The Glavan Ford Locker Room Show takes us inside of Clay Center Lady Tiger Cross Country. The team is qualified for the state championships and headed to Wamego this Saturday. Lauren, we'll start with you. I'm going to have each of you introduce yourselves and who your parents are. So Lauren, we'll start and you can pass either direction you want to go.
I'm Lauren Smith. I'm the daughter of Mike Smith and Jesse Smith.
I'm Kylie Fitzemeyer, the daughter of Luke and Jacqueline Fitzemeyer.
I'm Janae Wolf, daughter of Chris and Stephanie Wolf.
I'm Raylan Cramner, daughter of Lisa Brantorst and Jacob Cramner.
I'm Maddie Larson, daughter of David and Lori Larson.
I'm Lainey Slichter, daughter of Jay and Linda Slichter.
I'm Melissa Cowing, daughter of Aaron and Brandy Cowing.
And I'm Kaylin Fitzemeyer, daughter of Luke and Jacqueline Fitzemeyer.
Okay, Kaylin, we're going to stay with you right now.
Okay.
I want you to tell us what it's been like the last 2 weeks to bring home a league championship and a regional championship for this girls' team. Pretty exciting?
Yes, it's been really exciting. It's been an absolute joy to watch my teammates do their thing. I'm really excited to especially watch my little sister compete and kick some butt. She's absolutely awesome, and I'm really proud to say that I'm her big sister and that I get to watch her do her thing.
Yeah, and they've been doing their thing really, really well across the board. Let's just go down the line a little bit, and I'm going to ask you guys to share something that stands out either this season, or it could be, I ask this often, so you probably knew something like this was coming, but is there a moment that you just think is a highlight of the season thus far?
I don't know, just everything, I guess.
It's been one of those years, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty fun, I say.
Lainey?
A moment that highlight, I don't know, maybe the drive home from Rimrock. That was quite fun.
Okay, a good time in the bus?
In the van, yeah.
In the van, gotcha, okay.
I think just like being with the team and just hanging out with the team is fun.
Perfect.
I would say like eating at restaurants and just talking, that's fun.
I'd say a defining moment for us was the Junction City meets when we actually beat Junction City, and it just showed us that we can beat those 6A teams and we can compete and that we are worthy. So that was a good moment
that's
for
a
us.
huge meet for you guys to go and perform that way, yeah.
Yeah, I think definitely one of our other meets was definitely Rimrock when we got second as a team, because we beat a lot of teams and we ran really well, and it was just like another it was like reassuring that we can do it.
Yeah, great.
I'm going to say the same thing about Rimrock, getting second out of 30-something teams, and not that far away from first, and just working hard at that meet.
What are the things that you put as a checklist, either as a personal runner or as a team? Do you put a list together? Is that something you guys do, or is it just kind of mentally you know what you want to go do?
Mentally, you just think of times that you want to get going on the season or places. That's what I think.
I definitely think it's just like we know what to do. I think all of us, we've ran enough, we all know what to do, and it's just kind of like we just need to get it done. We know that we can do it.
For me, Mr. Nelson always tells me to have my plan decided like 48 hours in advance, so that's usually what I do. Sometimes before then, sometimes it's just like, oh, I come up with my plan when the gun goes off, but it's kind of different for every runner, but everybody I think here knows.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
For me, Mr. Nelson tells me to try to stay with Janae or Lainey and just try to stick with them.
Great. Anything in particular?
They've
covered it maybe already for you?
Yeah, I think so.
I understand. Lainey, you guys will run at Wamego. You guys know the course really well. Mm-hmm. Tell me something you like about the course, and then tell me something you don't like about the course.
We don't really like anything about Wamego, except that that's usually where we get the PRs and stuff. Least favorite part, probably all the hills.
It is a hilly course, that's for sure. As you guys get ready for this week, what's the preparation like? And anybody can answer this that wants to grab it, but you guys, as already been said, you know what you're doing when you show up to the course. You've got a routine, but what's the week after a regional championship and preparing for state? Is there anything different, or you just try to go business as usual?
Well, all of our training up to now is training us for Wamego, and Mr. Nelson does a great job of that. But right now it's just a mental game, trying not to hurt yourself here, so we're taking it kind of easy. But yeah, it's usually just hyping yourself up for the.
Yeah. There is a chance of weather on Saturday. I'm not stating something you guys already haven't thought about. What does the mindset do? And again, anyone can grab that and answer it. But is there a, do any of you like, you can just nod or shake your head, anybody like running in foul weather? Some do, okay, yeah. You feel you get an advantage?
I think, I mean, it's kind of better when it's like foggy and, yes.
I think it's an advantage. I think it's an
As long
advantage
as it's not windy, let's just say, okay.
Yeah, as long as it's not windy. Yeah, well, I think a lot of people, especially with rain and just like bad weather, I think a lot of teams will like kind of like talk themselves down, but I think we do a good job of, it kind of like motivates us to do even better.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, that's great. Well, you guys have put together a remarkable season. Any final thoughts on just this year, the last couple of weeks in particular, to bring home championships 2 weeks in a row and now hit the postseason? What is the mark you guys, I know you want to be on the stand, obviously. Is there a certain mark you guys have in mind? Or is you going to let the cards fall where they will?
We're just hoping to come in with a plaque, and
Yes.
we've worked hard, and we can do it. So, yeah.
You've earned the right to bring one home. I agree 100%. Guys, thanks so much for sharing your stories, and congratulations on what you've done. Let's go get it done Saturday at Wamego, okay? Our Lady Tiger cross country team, regional league champions, and headed to the state championships this weekend on the Glavan Ford Locker Room Show. The Glavan Ford Locker Room Show continues with a look into Lady Tiger cross country and the cross country boys and girls teams. They've had great years, but for the Lady Tigers, it's a special time to see this group put the work in. And I thought it was important. Lauren said it first, and it was echoed, that they feel like they belong. And I think they put the work into the dirt and the track to get to this position, but they've had some payoffs, I think, that makes them really believe this is a team that can go make some real noise.
They're very talented, and yes, they've put in, they'll tell you about the 10 600s or the 16 400s that they ran on the track in prep for this, and we've worked really hard. Now we're just into a rest phase and getting ready for the big meets that are coming up.
Real quickly for your boys team, you got guys in numbers starting to really become a team, and I know that you still have to transition into getting the quality that you want, but it feels like as I see the numbers, they've gotten better, they've hit marks, and as a team, the numbers that are out, it's got to be exciting for you.
Yeah, they started to come together, and we sort of would have liked to come together last June, and that didn't happen so much. But we've got a couple runners that were there through the summer, and that makes a huge difference for us when we get a core group that comes in during the summer and puts in some work.
The Lady Tigers headed to the state championships as a team. They mentioned Junction City, and I could see the look on, as Lauren mentioned it, the look on their faces that, yeah, we knew something could really happen when they took second and beat Junction City on their course. That's so impressive.
Yeah, because those are all 6A schools.
Right.
And they came out and it's like, oh, we just won the Junction City meet, and they beat this line of schools, and they beat Junction City, and that was pretty exciting for them, and rightfully so. We got a little stumbled there at Riley County. Southeast Sling got past us, but it's been nothing but wins ever since.
Yeah, nothing but wins. I mean, how fun is that to say? This team also, Lauren and Kylie are running up at the top. They finished 1 and 2 at regionals to get ready for the state championships. But I've noticed, and I've heard from others that follow and get to see you guys run each and every meet, it's the runners that are getting places and bumping a spot that's made differences in the scoreboard that have given you some of the wins this year.
Right. As you said, Kylie and Lauren are up front, but Janae's an all-state runner from last year, and she's right in there. Lainey has, just at the regional meet set an all-time personal best. We've got Raylyn and Maddie coming up. Alyssa, I think, has set her all-time personal best this year. Wow. That back end is really scoring good points for us.
Had to be. I know you didn't get to see the whole interview, you'll get a chance to watch it later with your team. But when I brought up cold weather, maybe rainy weather, foul weather, I think is how I put it, I kind of get a gauge on what it's like they lit up. They were excited to go run in foul weather.
Usually, you know, when you've got a team looking forward to a meet, they don't really care what kind of weather shows up. And I think these girls are looking forward to getting there and taking care of business.
Yeah, well, it's been a great year to see what you guys have already accomplished. I know they've got more on that checklist this coming weekend. Coach Tyler Nelson, that you guys have had a great program for a long time, but it's fun to see. Again, I'll mention numbers because it's a sport that's not real sexy sometimes when you just think about going and putting in all that work. But you've got a lot of student athletes that are doing just that.
And they all work hard. You know, it doesn't matter if you're winning regional meets or you know, on the JV squad at the league meet. Everybody's working hard at their level and getting better with every step.
Yeah, well, congrats on the season. Best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you so much, Rob.
At the state championships at Wamego, Lady Tiger cross country on the Glavan Ford Locker Room Show.